Okay, so let me know if I'm tripping. Let me know if this is not a red flag to you.
All right.
So I was supposed to meet up with this guy yesterday.
Welcome back, Motivation Nation. It's your host, Eric Gordon. We're back for another one. Listen, we ain't wasting no time. This lady has a question and we got an answer for her. So let's just jump off into it and let's see what's going on here.
Okay, so let me know if I'm tripping. Let me know if this is not a red flag to you.
All right.
So I was supposed to meet up with this guy yesterday. And as a woman, I let him pick the place. So I had to work. So that afternoon, I was like, okay, did you decide on a place where you wanted to meet? Now, keep in mind, if you're in Atlanta, he lives all the way in Sandy Springs. I live on the south side, like a little bit past the airport. So he says, let's go to Real Taco. I like Real Taco. I'm like, all right, cool. What location? He says Sandy Springs. So Real Taco is a chain. They have plenty of them all over the city. So I'm like, so you chose the location closest to you so you don't have to inconvenience yourself? So he texts me. He's like, well, like, what do you suggest? So I say nothing. And then, like, maybe 3 hours later, he's like, so I guess we're not meeting up. No, sir, we're not. So I stayed home, ordered some food, and watched the Knicks go 3-0. Yes. Now, to me, that showed he was inconsiderate and probably low effort. And how you start is usually how it goes within a relationship. So, am I tripping? Okay.
Absolutely, you're tripping. Absolutely. Because we got to go on what you told us. So there must be more to the story. So I have to assume this is you guys' first time meeting, right? So there's a lot of context that's missing here. So, based on what you gave me, absolutely. Because it's a lot of things I don't know. So, do you work in Sandy Springs, close to where this place is? You offered no input when he asked you where you wanted to go. You said you were going to allow him to be the man and pick the spot. So, now that he picks the spot, and he may have picked it based on things that you guys may have talked about in the past, and he's thinking that that's convenient for both of you guys. And you make a bunch of assumptions about that being low effort and everything of that nature versus picking up the phone and having a conversation with him. It seems very juvenile to me that you don't want to have a conversation with the guy and you want to say the way that they start. Well, look at how you're starting. You're starting like an immature brat who can't communicate properly as a grown adult, and you want people to think that you're right about this because he picked a spot that was close to him. That's a simple fix. Any person that's rational would say, hey, man, look, because I don't know if you work over there. I don't know if you have to travel over there. I don't know, but there obviously was a reason why. And I don't think it's because I don't think the reason why he picked that location is because it was close to them, close to him. I feel like he picked it based on some communication that you guys may have had in the past, but I could be wrong because I only got the information that you gave us. But let's just go with what you said at that level, right? There's no other context. He picked it because it's close to him, right? You don't still feel as though you should talk to him about it and at least see why he picked it. You just want to go off what your assumptions are. Well, got it. Okay. Well, that makes sense why you stayed home and watched the Knicks by yourself. Because it seems to me that you're unwilling to compromise and you're really not willing to have communication and you're really not willing to put in input on anything as far as the date is concerned. You had no input. He picks a spot. You don't like him. So you just a non-responsive. Well, that's the mature way to handle it. Seems to me you could have said, "Hey, man, I don't care what we eat, just make it at least a neutral location, or these are the things that I like. Let's have some type of a neutral location." And then he picked that spot and say, "Hey, man, that's just a little bit far from me." He even reached back out and asked you, "Hey, are we still going? Is that good with you?" And you didn't bother to respond. So that lets me know one thing: you really weren't interested in this guy one bit. You were going out with him to eat and it was too far for you to drive to eat with him, but you weren't interested in getting to know this guy and having a conversation with this guy because a person that's interested would have called him and tried to schedule something closer to the both of you guys halfway point. But this tells me everything I need to know about your mentality, about the mentality that you have presented on this story time. Because I don't know your entire mentality. I'm talking about the mentality you presented here. And it is very childish and juvenile, in my opinion, because that's a simple conversation. That's a simple fix. If, in fact, you're interested in getting to know this guy. But look, that's just my 2 cents on it. Yeah, I need y'all to jump down in the comments. It's that part of the video where you guys jump down in the comments and let me know what you guys think about this. Have you ever had this experience, ladies? Fellas, have you ever had this experience with a lady? Let me know. And like I say at the end of the videos now, I really appreciate each and every one of you guys watching, liking, sharing, and commenting. Even if you don't agree with my stance, that's okay. We're not gonna agree on everything. That ain't what this is about. We're not yes men. We're not just gonna agree. If you agree, great. If you don't, put it down in the comments. Sometimes I respond, sometimes I don't. It just depends on how far the disagreement is and if your logic makes any rational sense or not. But either way, I appreciate each and every one of you guys. But it's that time of the video. Pull out your keyboards. Let me know what you guys think about this. Did she take it too far, or did she take it far enough? And do you agree with what I'm saying? Let me know. But that's it for this video. I'll see you guys in the next one. Out.